LBX, or Little Battler's Experience, is a robot combat RPG that recently came out for the 3DS. It's the first in a long-running game series that has only just made its way to North America and Europe. As I'm kind of a nut for these type of games, I couldn't help myself and purchased it brand new for the full price of $45. So, how does it stack up? Well, let's hop right into it. The game plays much like a mix of Custom Robo and Virtual On. It has both your typical RPG overall gameplay with action RPG battles for the combat, both of which are handled masterfully. Typically, these games have a world to explore where you can interact with NPCs, get into battle, shop, and play through the story, but this game perfects those elements. We all know the random battle trope, and while this game has them, they are relegated only to certain sections, much like Pokemon. Speaking of Pokemon, a common type of battle is against opponents in each area, but the difference is, you can choose to do these battles if you want, instead of trying to avoid being seen by other battlers. One thing specifically about RPGs that leaves me unable to finish them is not knowing where to go or what to do, especially after not playing the game for a while. LBX solves this problem by giving an indicator on the top of the screen with what to do next, similar to Mega Man Battle Network, except it's always on screen, so you don't need to press anything to activate it. In addition, the map on the touchscreen has an arrow which points you to the nearest story segment, and an exclamation point on the overworld map shows where that story part will be. The most helpful in my opinion are the warp points. These are here to allow you to warp to another area, to go save or train so you don't get stuck in a hard story part and be unable to progress because you might not be powerful enough. I've played enough RPGs like Final Fantasy Tactics to know the feeling of being stuck because you save at a point where you're not strong enough to progress and you can't go back to increase your strength. It's little touches like this that make this game much more tolerable and fun to play. I know some of you may be saying this makes the game easy, but in my opinion it fixes huge problems that plague a lot of RPGs. Combat is in a third-person view while you control your LBX robot to fight on several different terrains against opposing LBX robots. Battles consist of a few types: 1-on-1, 3-on-3, 3-on-1, and can be single round or give each player or team 3 lives each. There's also boss battles against giant opponents and such, and these are also really cool. You battle with your LBX, which you can fully customize all the body parts, weapons, special attacks, held items, and even things like your CPU and RAM. Like I said before, I'm a sucker for customizable robot games, and this gives you a lot to play with, though I will say it is a little lacking on the variety of parts. Keep in mind, I'm only on Chapter 4 so far, so this could expand by the game's end. While the story isn't anything new or groundbreaking, hell, it's pretty much the same as Custom Robo, Metabots, Beyblade, and any other shonen anime about collecting things, it does its job and isn't too grating. The characters do develop, though some more than others. If you're not a fan of some of the collectathon shonen animes I mentioned, you probably won't like the story all that much, as it's aimed at a more children's audience. Presentation-wise, the graphics are really well done and run at a solid 60 frames per second. The graphic style somewhat reminds me of Mega Man Legends, but it's a lot smoother. The game also contains many animated cutscenes, which are done by OLM, the studio that brought us Pokemon, Berserk, and Guyver the Bio-Boosted Armor. These scenes are very well done and a nice treat for anime fans. In the sound department, sound effects are all appropriate and futuristic to match the show's setting. Music is orchestral and does the job just fine. The game also contains voice acting, and it's also very well done. In short, this could easily be my game of the year. It has everything I want in a customizable robot RPG, and it's incredibly fun. It's been a hard game to put down. In fact, I wish I was playing it right now instead of working on this review. It's certainly delayed my other videos for sure. I'll admit, it's not a perfect game, what with its limited pool of usable parts, and its outright removable with download play and online multiplayer, which they stupidly put on the game box, which EB employees had to put a sticker on to cover it and say, these features aren't in the game. But it's given me tons of enjoyment so far, and I look forward to playing more of it. Unfortunately, this game isn't selling that well. In fact, the only promotion I can recall is a few articles from gaming websites and videos from Nintendo. If you're a fan of Custom Robo, Virtual On, the Metabots RPGs on GBA, or even the newer Gundam games, please pick this up. I want the future sequels to come out here, damn it.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out my latest quick hunts. It would really help me out if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Zeromaster Reviews, like me on Facebook at Zeromaster fan page, follow me on Twitter at Zeromaster, and please check out rivercitygamers.com for more great content, not just for myself, but from many other great content reviewers. And if you'd like to see the previous quick hunts I did on BioShock Infinite, you can check that out here, as well as my first alpha as on Target Acquired. Thanks for watching, see you next time.